Did you know that this warrior queen was so fierce that the Britishers had to carry her in a cannon like a sack of potatoes? Welcome to my channel. And today let's find out about the life of Rani Lakshmibai, the warrior queen. Number 1. Early life and marriage to the king of Jhansi. Rani Lakshmibai was born as Mani Karnika on November 19, 1835, in the town of Jhansi. Her father, Raja Gang Singh, was a Maratha chief who ruled over the princely state of Jhansi in central India. After her mother's death, she was sent to live with her maternal grandparents in the palace of Jhansi. She grew up listening to tales of courage and adventure from her grandfather, who was also a warrior king. As a child, she developed a passion for hunting, horseback riding, and sword fighting. She was a tomboy and not interested in traditional feminine pursuits such as cooking or weaving. When she was 14 years old, she married the Raja of Jhansi, Maharaja Gangadhar Rao, who was 10 years her senior. They had one son together named Damodar Rao. Lakshmibai loved her husband dearly, but their happiness was short-lived. At 1853 he died, and their adopted son became the new ruler of Jhansi at the age of 18. Number 2. British annexation and the doctrine of lapse. When the young Raja of Jhansi died without any natural heirs, the British East India Company decided to annex the state of Jhansi according to a policy called the doctrine of lapse. This doctrine allowed the British to take over any Indian state that had a Hindu ruler who did not have a biological son. They argued that since the adopted son was not related to the king by blood, the throne of Jhansi should go to the British. Rani Lakshmibai opposed the British annexation of her husband's kingdom. She refused to accept their offer to make her a noble title and pensioner if she would agree to move to a different part of India. Instead, she chose to fight for her homeland and for the rights of her people. No. 3. The 1857 Rebellion. In 1857, a rebellion broke out against the British East India Company in India. The rebellion started after an Indian soldier named Mangal Pandey shot two British officers who tried to force him to bite into cartridges greased with animal fat, which was considered a violation of his religious beliefs as a Hindu. Soon many other soldiers joined the rebellion, and they were joined by civilians from all over India. The rebels attacked British buildings, railway lines, and telegraph offices. They also fought against British troops in several battles. One of the main leaders of the rebellion was Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi. She raised an army of 30,000 men and women and marched on the British fort at Jhansi. She wanted to recapture her kingdom and restore her son to the throne. The British were surprised by the ferocity and determination of the rebels. They had never seen such a powerful and organized opposition to their rule before. The British were shocked when they heard about Rani Lakshmibai's participation in the rebellion. She was considered a minor ruler, and nobody expected her to challenge them directly. However, she proved that she was a force to be reckoned with. She led her troops from the front and fought with a sword and shield. She was a skilled horsewoman, and she used her knowledge of the terrain to her advantage. The rebels made several attacks on the British fort, but they were all repelled. Finally, the British decided to evacuate the fort and retreat to another place. The rebels entered the fort and captured many weapons and supplies. Rani Lakshmibai was hailed as a hero by the people of Jhansi. She had shown them that they could stand up to the British and win. Number 4. Fierce battle and her death. After the fall of Jhansi, Rani Lakshmibai continued to lead the rebellion in other parts of India. She traveled from place to place, raising armies and inspiring people to fight against the British. However, the British were determined to crush the rebellion, and they offered her a deal. They promised her safety and a noble title if she would lay down her arms and surrender. But Rani Lakshmibai refused to give up. She wanted to keep fighting for her country and for her people. In 1858, the British captured her son and used him as a hostage to force her to surrender. However, she continued to fight until she was mortally wounded in battle. On June 1858, Rani Lakshmibai and her troops fought a fierce battle against a large British force near the town of Guziari. She fought bravely, but she was eventually overpowered and killed in action. Her body was thrown into a well, but it was later recovered by her followers and cremated with full military honors. Rani Lakshmibai died as a martyr, but her legend lived on. She became a symbol of resistance against foreign rule and a source of inspiration for generations of Indians. Number 5. Legacy is a symbol of resistance. Rani Lakshmibai is remembered as one of the bravest and most patriotic women in Indian history. She was a warrior queen who fought to defend her homeland and her people from British colonization. She was also a symbol of hope and inspiration for those who lived under British rule. Rani Lakshmibai's story has been told and retold in books, films, and TV shows. She has been portrayed by some of the most famous actresses in Indian cinema, including Priyanka Chopra and Kangana Ranaut. There are also several statues and memorials dedicated to her in India and abroad. Rani Lakshmibai's legacy continues to inspire people today. She is seen as a role model for women who aspire to be strong, independent, and fearless. She is also admired by those who fight for social justice and equality. Rani Lakshmibai's story is a reminder of the importance of standing up for what you believe in, no matter how difficult it may be. She was a woman who lived in a patriarchal society where women were expected to be submissive and obedient. But she defied those expectations and became a warrior queen who led her people to freedom. She was also a woman who faced many obstacles in her life, such as the loss of her parents and her husband, as well as the threat of losing her son and her kingdom, but she never gave up. She was a woman who was not only brave and intelligent, but also compassionate and humane. She cared deeply for her people, and she was willing to sacrifice everything for them. She was a true heroine who deserves to be remembered and celebrated. What do you think of Rani Lakshmibai? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to never miss an upload. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.